Jeff in San Francisco. Hey, Jeff, what's up?
I'm just kind of to the point where I think we're like in 1860s when the Republican Party was started. I think it's about that time. And Lee Camp.
You mean for a new political party?
Yeah, take Bernie and all the millennials and Gen Zs, everybody over to the Green Party or some new party, because it's just ridiculous, yeah. Tom. I mean, I
get what you're saying, Jeff, and I'm going to let you go here because I just, this is not a road I want to go down. Now is not the time to do it. B, we didn't just end the Civil War, or we aren't just about to start one, hopefully. But C, instead of encouraging people to abandon the Democratic Party, which I think is stupid, and you saw what Jill Stein did to the Green Party. Instead of telling people to abandon the Democratic Party, as you just did, what I'm telling people is get inside it and take it over. In 2008, when Barack Obama was elected, by 2009, late 2009, the right-wing billionaires had funded this thing. They resurrected this thing that they had created back in the late 1980s. It had been put together by the big tobacco companies first. It was called the Tea Party, and it was going to be a movement, a smokers' rights movement. How dare you tell me I can't smoke in this restaurant? That's what they started in the 1980s. They called it the Tea Party. They got the trademarks and all this kind of stuff. They got joined in 2008 by the oil industry, the fossil fuel industry, and the fossil fuel billionaires, the Kochs and their buddies, and they started this thing and they rebooted it. And they started doing these, and I was sharing these things with you on the air back in 2009, 2010. Those of you who've been listening or watching this program long enough know what I'm talking about. There were these YouTubes. They were distributing CDs, that you could watch on your TV. Keep in mind this was a decade ago, and they had pamphlets and booklets and things. And basically, what they were saying was, the most powerful political position in America is not president or senator or member of the House of Representatives. The most powerful political position in America is precinct committee person. And only they all said committee man or something like that. But let's degenderize it. Precinct committee person. And the reason why is because the precinct committee people write the platform. They determine who are going to be the people who are in the primary, and they choose if a member of Congress says that they're resigning before their term is out, or if they die or something like that, they choose the replacement. The precinct committee people are insanely important. And so, what they did with these videos that they were distributing is they said to the Tea Partiers, get inside the Republican Party and become the precinct committee people. And as a result of this single effort that just had a few $1 million behind it back in 2009, in late 2009, they were able to so completely take over the Republican Party that by 2010, in the election of 2010, that midterm where Obama said we got shellacked, what he got shellacked by was the Tea Party inside the Republican Party. And now you've got the Republican Party basically owned by the Tea Party. And Trump, it's not even called the Tea Party anymore. It's just become part of the institutional Republican Party. So the right-wing billionaires completed their takeover of the GOP. It's time for us to complete our takeover. We're about 40% of the Democratic Party, our members of Congress who are members of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. They've got about 100 members. So it's about 40%. So, we need to push that to 60 or 70 or 80%, and eventually, in my mind, to 100%. And the way you do that is not by leaving the party and starting another one or joining the Green Party or something. The way you do that is get inside the Democratic Party. And the two easiest ways to do it are, number one, if you're inclined to actually, roll your shirt sleeves up once a month and participate in a virtual meeting. Back just, 3 months ago, these were in-person meetings. But if it's typically a one day a month thing or a one night a month thing, if you're willing to do that, run for precinct committee person with your local Democratic Party. And if you don't have that kind of time, at least show up with your local Democratic Party. Go to their meetings when we have meetings again. If they're doing virtual meetings, participate in those. Get on their mailing lists. We need to. Here's this billion-dollar corporation. It's a nonprofit corporation, but it's literally a multi-billion-dollar corporation called the Democratic Party. And anybody can walk in and take it over if they just show up with a large enough number of people. And that's what happened to the Republican Party. You and I need to make it happen to the Democratic Party.